Alright, everyone. So, this is a stagger chart that I made for Doom Eternal. It doesn't have every single demon. It's missing some, like the Mecha Zombie and the zombie security guys that have the blue shield that you take out with the plasma. But for the most part, it has the majority of all zombies. And I haven't. The reason why it took me so long to release this is because there was talks about buffing the auto shotgun and some other stuff like that, and I wasn't sure what changes were going to come with Tag 2. I finished this before Tag 2, but pretty much what it is I call it the stagger values, and what it does is here's the category. So here you have the fodder demons, the gargoyle, which has 300 health, and the stagger health is 120, so you must do 180 damage to stagger it. And the combat shotgun, it gives you all the damage values. So the base attack, if all the pellets hit, it does 320 damage. That's just gonna flat out kill it. Same thing with the sticky bomb, it does 407. It's just gonna kill it. Full auto 320. Obviously, that's not gonna always be the case, right? Sometimes you're not gonna hit it with all the pellets, but for the shotgun, I took ideal situations. Now, for the heavy cannon, where you can actually pick how many shots you want to get off on this guy, it takes 3 shots to stagger him, and that's going to do 196.8 damage because you're doing 65.5 damage per shot times 3 shots. That's how that works right there. And so, if a demon gets killed, it'll just say kill, and the text will be highlighted in red. If a demon gets staggered, it's just going to be in yellow, and it's going to tell you how many shots it takes to stagger them, along with the damage that you will do to stagger them. So, oh, the imps here. I thought I was going to need to move on to the heavy demons. So, the imps, we're going to go to the heavy cannon with the micro missile. If you do one micro missile, you will not stagger him, but you're gonna be really close to staggering him. So one micro missile will do 106 damage, and you have to do 110 damage to stagger an imp. So you can do a micro missile plus a shot, or you can just do 2 regular shots. That's kind of how that works. So if any damage value is below a stagger value, that's going to be highlighted in blue. And for the fodder demons, there's going to be a lot of red. There's going to be some yellow. That's pretty much just going to be the heavy cannon, the chain gun, and the plasma cannon. Everything else is going to be red. The Lost Soul has no information because he only has 100 health. I'm pretty sure you can't stagger him. So I put him in there for the sake of completion because these are all the demons that are in the codex, and at the time the Mecha Zombie wasn't in the codex as far as I'm concerned. So yeah, the zombie, that's another demon that you can get below staggering with 4 shots. All right. Now, the heavy demons, these guys work a little bit differently. You have an arachnotron here. So the combat shotgun, ideally it's just going to be 8 shots. That's going to stagger them. That's going to be 2,560 damage. You got to do 2,500 to damage them. The super shotgun, one shot isn't going to stagger them, but you're going to do 1,600 damage. Technically, then that's the ideal. Technically, up close, 2 shots will take them out. What I just like to do is I like to heavy cannon I like to precision bolt the weak point, and then I like to do the super shotgun as I'm meat hooking in, and then you can finish them off with the chain gun. And I find that that's a really good combo that works a lot of the time. You do like 2 powerful shots, and then you let the chain gun take care of the rest of it. Or it could also be the plasma cannon. The plasma cannon does 45 damage a shot. The chain gun only does 20. Technically, you can use the heavy cannon, which does 65 damage a shot, but I like to save my heavy cannon for precision bolts. I don't use the base attack so much on that or the micro missiles. I primarily use that exclusively for precision bolts or if I'm staggering fodder. But if I want to stagger the heavies, I like to use the chain gun. I rarely use the plasma cannon. And so for the heat blast, here's other values as well. If you only have one heat blast charged up, it's going to take 9. If you have the 2 pips charged up, it's going to take 5. And if you have 3 heat blasts charged up, it's going to take 4. Now, no one's going to really do this, right? Just constantly charge up the heat blast to be able to use it. But I just have that information in there as well, just so you'd know. Same thing with the destroyer blade. If you're gonna stagger an arachnotron, well, you can't do it with the destroyer blade, but you might as well do the full charge, which does the 2,400, and then get there with the chain gun. That's a very efficient way of taking them out. No one's gonna do the 3 destroyer blades with one charge. Oh yeah, and then there's blood punch damage as well here. There's no grenade damage because that kind of varies. Um, what else do I want to talk about? I think I want to talk about the pinkies. Let's go down. Because the pinkies are missing some information. Pain elemental, yeah, pinky. So there's a lot of information here that's missing because I was not able to find it. And if you're curious about where I got this information, the Alston uh, Backyard Grill Discord, his strat chat has a lot of information there. That's where I got the documents, and I just kind of compiled this together to stagger the demons. And I specifically wanted to do this because I rely on blood fuel a lot, so I wanted to know how can I use blood fueled more? Because I love glory killing, and I love getting that extra boost of speed. So the people that worked on those charts, they said, hey, here's what happens with the pinky. This is why we can't get reliable information because when it comes to splash damage and things like that, it's calculated differently. So yeah, the pinky, I wasn't really able to complete this. Mm, but yeah, it has all the heavies up to tag 1 as far as I'm concerned, or maybe not. I'm not sure, but it has a good amount of the demons. The Doom Hunter works a little bit differently. And these are for the regular Doom Hunters. This isn't for the boss Doom Hunters. The boss Doom Hunters actually have a lot more health than this. I'm pretty sure it's twice as much. And I might have overcomplicated this. I'm not entirely sure. Technically, the Doom Hunter has 7,500 health. When he's off the sled, he has 2,500. So all these purple and green stuff that you see, that implies that you have them off the sled. I didn't care to do, oh, you need this many shots total to get him to stagger. First get him off the sled and then worry about staggering him. Don't worry about landing, 20 shots or something with a shotgun or whatever. It's, you've done your combo to get him off the sled. And now here's what you have to worry about, doing this much damage for him to go into a stagger state. Lock on burst, technically you can kill him with it. Most of the time I end up staggering him with it. I don't know why that happens. I think I might hit him with some, while he still has some invincibility frames while he's saying critical damage. But yeah, the Doom Hunter is a little bit different. Yeah, here's the Marauder. Yeah, I never knew that he was immune to the Destroyer Blade until I started working on this. And the remote detonation is terrible for the Marauder. It only does 225 damage, while the base attack does 600. So I know that people like to remote det the Marauder. Personally, I don't care to do that. I think it's very inefficient. And if you can manage to hit him with the lock-on burst, you're doing 2,700, that's pretty sweet right there. But yeah, oh yeah, the Tyrant's the last one. So obviously I don't have the Icon of Sin What are the other bosses? I don't have, Stammer or the Dark Lord. It's pretty much just all the regular demons. The Doom Hunter is the only boss that I have on here. I know that some people consider the Marauder a boss. I don't consider him a boss, but whatever, doesn't matter. So yeah, this is just something that I made. I wanted to help out the community, and you can find a link on the description. It's gonna be a Google Drive link. So hope this helps out everyone else. Bye.